my screen. So eclipses are something that are very important. And as I talk, if you don't understand, that's why I'm doing this. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have a question. So eclipses, we hear about eclipses, in our science classes. And if you're like me, I didn't even hear that much about eclipses. We just knew that at times eclipses happen. I remember being a little girl and being at school and seeing a partial eclipse. It was weird. And how many of y'all remember the eclipse of 2017? I think it was a total eclipse over the United States. And actually, this first eclipse that we're going to experience, if I'm correct, this eclipse is happening mostly here in the United States, which is a very, very big deal, because whatever country can see the eclipse, those people feel that eclipse quite a bit. And so why are eclipses important? One of the things that I put here, and I'm going to blow this up just a little bit, and I can't see the comments just yet, but if you have any, I'll see them in just a moment. Eclipses are important when we think astrology because, first and foremost, eclipses are about change. They help to keep us from being stuck and stagnated. And they're going to do one of two things. If you, which I want you to consider that you bought into the your birth chart, you put your birth chart into play, even if you know nothing about astrology, just consider for a moment that this is an agreement you made. You, when you came here in your infinite wisdom, because we are infinitely wise, you put your birth chart in place. You were born at the exact moment that you were born at, because there were going to be certain lessons that chart brought to you, certain experiences, certain ways of you expressing yourself into the world. And so because we, before we come here, understand that at some point we can fall so deep into the sea of forgetfulness that we can fall so deep into the, sorry, I had a little moment of my mind wandered while I was talking. I don't even know how that happened, but we can get so deep into the sea of forgetfulness that we'll need a course correction. And so that is how I see the eclipses. The eclipses are an opportunity. If somehow we got so lost into the sea of forgetfulness, forgetting who we are, forgetting what we said we came here for, a lot of times what this looks like for people is they're in a relationship that they know is no longer serving them, but they've stayed there. Another way it could be you stayed in a job too long, or a career, or you didn't go after the particular career field that you wanted to go after. And so, now you feel like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to get it done? You just sort of feel like, I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And it's bad. It's bad. And that's what I call the course correction. The course correction is if you're headed in the wrong direction, and I just put wrong in quotes. I should put wrong in quotes. But we are not on the straight and narrow path to our destiny. Eclipses will help us redirect and get back on course. And sometimes when this happens, especially if we don't know the meaning of eclipses, it will seem harsh. And so that's something to consider. And the other part, though, is if you are feeling like I have definitely been moving in the direction that I know I want to move in, I feel like there's a new direction or a new level that I need to go in, but it's in alignment with my destiny, then it can feel like what I call amplification of aligned action. And what amplification of aligned action is, you, like I describe it oftentimes, you'll feel like the wind is at your back. You will feel so excited about whatever this new thing is that you are to, that you're being called into, that you're feeling moved to go into. You will feel so inspired by it. You will so badly want to go in that direction. Nothing will stop you. You will have a voracious appetite for it. So That is why eclipses are important. And the other part of eclipses is they give us, let me see here, they give us about a year and a half of that intense focus. So I see eclipses as ways to evolve ourselves. And so I encourage you to at least look at, because some people will feel eclipses, or it depends on which eclipse it is. Some people will feel it more than others. Okay. And I always tell people, if you didn't feel the eclipse very much, just keep living. Your day is coming.